Polygon filed PIP-87 to offer payment companies fixed fiat-denominated block space instead of unpredictable gas costs. The proposal targets a practical adoption problem. Payment firms cannot price products reliably when every transaction cost can jump with network conditions. For viewers tracking Polygon Files Pip, the useful read is the pressure point, not a broad market mood. The confirmed headline centers on Polygon and 2.4 trillion, while the first practical question is what it changes for payment firms. The second number to keep nearby is 45 million, because it shows the scale or timing that makes this story more than a label. That keeps the opening simple. The event is real, the consequence is specific, and the next step depends on the evidence that follows. PIP-87 builds on the approved payment layer rebate framework and adds stablecoin revenue distribution, validator payments, and POL buyback mechanics. PIP-87 proposes fixed fiat block space for payments. Existing integrations would not need to change. This context matters because the story is not floating on rumor alone. It has a clear status, a known actor, and a measurable anchor. The second confirmed piece is how the event connects to PIP-87 and stakers, which narrows the story from general crypto noise to a concrete market or user effect. The card-level baseline uses 1.4 billion as the supporting signal, but the script treats that number only as far as the evidence allows. Nothing in this baseline should be stretched beyond the stated facts. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Payment relayers would be whitelisted for rebates, fiat revenue would convert into stablecoins, and POL would be bought back for staker distributions and burns. In plain English, fiat revenue would convert into stablecoins. POL buybacks would support stakers and burns. That mechanism is why Polygon Files Pip is more than a headline. It tells viewers where the pressure travels, through access, liquidity, policy, user trust, custody, or settlement depending on the story. The mechanism also explains why fee certainty and payment rails matter more than a broad price reaction. If POL changes position, or if forum review appears, the mechanism gets a clearer stress test. Fintechs and payment processors get more predictable onchain costs, while validators and stakers could receive revenue from payment traffic if governance approves. Fintechs could price onchain transfers more cleanly. Validators may share revenue from payment flows. The affected side is therefore not every crypto holder in the same way. It is the group closest to Polygon, the product or market connected to PIP-87, and the users who must act on the changed condition. For payment firms, the practical concern is tied to 2.4 trillion. For stakers, the pressure usually appears through access, cost, timing, or confidence. That is why the practical consequence matters more than a generic bullish or bearish label. The filing is not implementation. Community discussion, peer review, and governance calls must happen before any fixed-cost block space model goes live. Governance has not approved the model yet. Forum review and calls decide implementation. This scene is the guardrail against turning an incomplete story into a prediction. The confirmed part is the event and the supporting facts. The unresolved part is the follow-through, whether the response, approval, recovery, liquidity, policy step, or user behavior actually appears. The open item is best summarized as governance vote, and it should stay separate from forum review until a fresh confirmation point appears. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. The signal to watch is whether Polygon governance accepts the fee model and whether payment companies use it at scale after approval. Governance acceptance is the decisive step. Usage by payment firms would prove the demand. For Polygon Files Pip, the clean close is to track the signal that can change the story rather than guessing the final outcome. The path from filed to forum is the simplest way to follow the next phase without adding unsupported claims. If that signal arrives, the market or user effect becomes easier to judge. If it does not, the story remains constrained by the current confirmed evidence.